Hello and welcome back to another fucking stupid awards show episode of Podcasting's Praxies. I'm Dave, my pronouns are he and him.
I'm Jamie and my pronouns are he and him. I almost forgot who it was there.
God, I wish that was me.
I'm Rob and I'm also dissociating.
And I'm Alistair and I'm so sorry.
All of us had to do homework, and this is what that sounds like.
Yeah.
This is why Rob bears the curse.
I mean, for varying fucking definitions of did, I think.
Yeah, it's notes and fag packets.
Yeah, it's once again time, you know, if David's sales pitch up front didn't quite convince you, it's once again for the glittering Praxies Awards here and, you know, the shining Discord channel.
It was an appropriate fucking introduction to what has been another dog shit year.
It has been.
Dog shit people doing dog shit things.
These fucking episodes are genuinely like the worst fucking night of the week, the night of the week, but the night of the year for me. Because, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we have to do effort this time, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
no one is making us do this. No one. We are doing this for ourselves.
Exactly. So we just look like a bunch of fucking Millhouses for making it this much work. You know what I mean? Like,
I look like fucking Millhouse every week, motherfucker. You shut your hole.
Someone forgot his flood pants. Well, we just get into it because we have long document to get through and less and less time as this.
Some of us have long document to get through. Do you know what I mean? I planned ahead on that front.
Anyway, shall we present the candidates for our first category?
Yes.
Right. So, okay.
No mistakes,
I thought you were going to do. No, I thought. Fuck off. I thought David was going to do a thing, and then it just went dead air, and I was like, "Oh right," he passed it to me, and then I got scared and confused. But all right,
mood.
Episode 389.
Oh,
me when I'm at one of those parties with weed. Do you know what I mean? He passed it to me, and I got scared and confused.
Oh, is it my turn on the marijuana cigarette?
Let me just spliff this real quick.
Yeah. Thank you.
No.
I shall now perform the ceremonial toke. Yes.
I used to know someone in university who threw joints across the room rather than get up to pass them.
That they flicked them in Stephen Baldwin's face as well, or is that?
I mean, spiritually, yeah. But it was great because I knew someone else in the same shared house who couldn't every time they rolled a joint it would just be all hot rocks, and so when that got flung across the room, it was like fucking like the Leonid's meteor shower just coming right at your face.
Oh, man, Jamie, you know how to paint a picture. I'll say that much. Anyway, it's the fucking Praxies. The first award is for the Guess Who Fucked It award, and our candidates are.
Yeah, our candidates are, in brief listing before we get into it, they are Your Party, Andrew Cuomo, Keir Starmer and/or Morgan McSweeney, and the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. You know. It's an honour to be nominated, and so on and so forth. But let us start at the starting point. I would like to talk about Your Party, which has been a Guess Who Fucked It spectacular.
Yeah. Can I cry if I want to?
I mean, everything this year to do with the Jeremy Corbyn / Zara Sultana / some other people, maybe question mark, has like a million caveats because 90% of it is just like hearsay, press briefings, sort of horseshit. You don't know whether or not anything is real, who's saying it, because it's all blind quotes from just the worst people in the world.
There's one person who knew at any point what was going on in your party, and it was Archie Woodrow. And because his job is not being a journalist, as soon as he had to do other things than keep up to date on this, it's all smoke and mirrors now.
Yeah. Anyway, this all kicked off sort of early. It kicked off properly halfway through the year, but basically, like, discussions to found a new party were basically ongoing since Corbyn got suspended from standing for the Labour Party in the 2024 election, and then he got in, and then loads of people from the sort of broader ex-Labour, vaguely socialist left got together, and they started talking about a new party, including various Corbyn staffers and others in various rooms. And I'm not going to go through the whole, like, fucking rigmarole because it's too convoluted, and it's part of the reason why they fucked it so bad is because it is so fucking internecine. But the whole thing got kind of kicked into gear about halfway through the year in July when Zara Sultana announces that she's quitting the Labour Party, and sort of almost immediately post like a sort of email, sign up list, say, we're starting your party, me and Jeremy Corbyn together, and it's got to be cool and awesome. So why don't you leave your email address and we'll get back to you with more details. This was immediately followed by
what fucking took us so long?
Yeah, well, that
July 2025 is very late to be leaving the Labour Party.
Yeah.
I do think there was like a more proximate reason, but like I said, I'm keeping this kind of like as brief as I know how to, because like
we could be here all day talking about. We could literally spend the I'm gonna optimistically say next 3 hours talking about just this.
So like apparently like her announcing like an email sign up shit already made either Corbyn or people close to him pissed off because she wasn't supposed to say anything yet because they were still in, I don't know, around 50,000 of interminable planning, or maybe not. Or
do you know what all this is? This is Jeremy Corbyn, God Emperor of Mankind, and
yes,
everyone else is like the head of some Ordos or Ordo, whatever.
The High Lords
interpreting the Emperor's will.
Yeah,
I hate when my Primarchs are fighting.
Anyway, so like that kind of was like the high watermark of the whole thing, because like the email list sign up sheet opened up in like less than a week. It got over 600,000 sign-ups, which is fucking huge, and had all those people then converted to becoming members, they would have instantly become the biggest party in the UK by like a fucking mile.
Country mile, yeah.
Yeah. And like some councillors were already talking about defecting because, this was the new thing and it was going to be good and all that stuff. And then, of course, the fucking started because it was decided for reasons that are entirely unclear to me that, like, apart from the actual sort of socialists, Soc Dem people like Zara Sultana and Jeremy Corbyn, they would also invite all the independent MPs, or the Gaza MPs, as the shithouse press likes to call them. And Adnan Hussein, being one of them, immediately, sort of a week later, started putting the boot in and saying that trans people should have separate spaces because, it turns out that guy and a couple of others weren't actually progressive. They were just...
Whoa.
Yeah, no one could have seen that one coming.
Having some sort of varied, like, unconnected group of thoughts on issues. Ooh.
Yeah, whom could have seen this one coming? And there was, as I gather it, there was like a lot of the beef in this whole thing was like whether or not this group of 4 people should be in this new party or should not be, or who was in charge of what bit of it, and whether or not any of them were, and so on and so forth. But yeah, and I think the one thing that's really important to sort of stress at this point and everything going forward, that in all this, Jeremy Corbyn was almost entirely fucking invisible. Didn't say anything, didn't really do much of anything apart from like, make broad, nice statements, which are always broad and nice, and it's part of the reason I still appreciate Jeremy Corbyn about, socialists working together and all that. But like, the problem with him not talking is that authorized or unauthorized, other people then did the talking anonymously to whatever fucking,
Corpse Emperor sat upon his throne.
Yes. And it was essentially right after Adnan Hussein, said that trans people should have separate spaces, and then Zara Sultana posted on social media that, like, that's not what your party stands for, and if that's what you stand for, maybe you should fuck off, which was, the correct opinion, of course. But it was sort of at this point that everything just, like, immediately started fucking unspooling in ways that I don't have the energy to go fully into. They followed up the email list by opening the, sign up for the party website. But that was apparently done by Zara Sultana and a few people around her and not the others, which led to the thing being closed, needing to be reopened. Some people had to be refunded, yay or nay. There was some GDPR stuff and everybody threatened each other with fucking lawsuits. And, I don't know who it was, but at least one of these called socialist dipshits threatened to go to the Information Office Commissioner, the sort of GDPR chief of the UK. It's fucking absolute dipshittery. Everybody started briefing against each other blindly, of course, because no names were mostly attributed. People started threatening each other with lawsuits, and obviously all this gleefully reported by all the journo cunts who hated your party, Zara Sultana, Jeremy Corbyn, anything that smacks of anything vaguely leftish in this country. So every fucking leak and whisper ended up on the front page of every newspaper, all of which meant that the mailing list enthusiasm, which reached like about 800,000 people in the end, meant that as of this month, so December 2025, the actual membership is at about 55,000. So just, I'm skipping over the conference, which was poorly organized, though, as I understand it. Like, the decisions made there, some of them were right, some of them less so, but, also not very well handled. And it just, the whole thing, your party just gave, like, a more than a whiff of just fucked it. Just rank incompetence, loads of interpersonal beef, weird leaks, accusations back and forth over who's a control freak, who is wrong, who is right. Terrible communication. Again, Alistair, you said before, like, the emperor is silent on his throne. This stupid idea, which I still don't agree, to have like the party should be governed by a central committee without an actual face to the movement. So Zara apparently is up for like being the actual face, but can't be, won't be. Who the hell knows? Confirmed. I don't know what Corbyn himself is currently up to. And like,
I mean, look, that's stuff that, like, when you really think about it, makes a lot more sense on paper, and it's good like that, but it doesn't. And I know this is getting a bit opticsy and all that kind of shit, but there is a kind of like annoying and painful reality with this, where if you don't have one clear leader, then it's very difficult for the media to actually engage with you as a party. See also the Greens, who have ditched that shit, have one leader, and suddenly are much more prevalent.
And also, to be fair, a much better leader who doesn't seem to think that going after the same 6 Shire Tories is like a winning strategy for the next millennium or whatever the fuck. But
yeah, anyway, I mean, with any luck, if they're at least going to fucking say the party will have a face and an official spokesperson or whatever, like that's better, I suppose, than having 2 leaders, which is honestly one of the most bizarre fucking concepts I'm aware of.
Yeah, I mean, look, essentially, your party was always going to have to operate in them, like, in terms of like the national media environment, in terms of the television, like all the sort of media world that like the non-weirdos live in, is like they were always going to have the most hostile reaction possible because of who's involved and because of the ideas they carry around. But like, to fuck this whole thing into the dirt, I'm not saying that they would have ever converted like people who were interested in a mailing list one-to-one to like people who wanted to become a member, but to like drop from 800,000 to 55,000 is just fucking, especially right now when like the Labour Party is so visibly fucking failing, and a loud, visible, properly socialist alternative to Labour that has enough differential with the Greens to actually make a point. Like, there is fertile ground for this, and just fucking guess who fucked it. All of them. Like, all of them put together. I'm not even saying it's Corbyn or Kerry Murphy or Zara Sultana or her husband or whoever the fuck. Just all of you collectively, well done, you fucking idiots.
like the important thing is that since 2015 through 2020, Corbyn and everyone around him learned all the lessons about broad churches and just trust of literally fucking anyone, and have done the right thing and repeated all of the same fucking mistakes. So that's really cool. Good.
Well, they're good at them now. They've had a lot of practice.
I was so good at these mistakes. Yeah, that's a strong first contender, I guess.
Well, our second candidate for the award is one Andrew Cuomo. He started off this year not too badly, really. He was ahead of every other contender for the Democratic mayoralty of primary for New York. And lost the primary, lost the race when he stood as an independent, losing he managed to achieve 41% in the actual mayoral vote.
So close then.
Sorry?
It was close then.
Oh yeah. I mean, Mamdani won with I think it was 51%, something like that. So an outright majority. Yeah, just a fucking perplexing guy who did that thing that all of the gajillion-year-old dudes in the US Democrat Party do, which is to make Israel like a central plank of their policy platform for that reason that they do that.
Yeah, that they seem to all really think that everybody will fucking love, which is a baffling.
Yeah, that everyone fucking loves that shit. And as he started losing ground to Mamdani in the primary, he started obviously attacking him more. For some reason, attacking Mamdani for being obsessed with Israel, despite having made Israel a central plank of his. Yeah, it's very, very confusing stuff. I
mean, he spent a lot of time, if he wasn't talking outright about supporting Mamdani, he's spent a lot of time making dark noises about what would happen to the Jewish population in New York City if Mamdani was elected. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's, because Democrat, the gajillion-year-old people in the Democrats have no ideas other than taking money from donor and fuck the people who vote for me. And he was losing ground. He just aped Mamdani's pledges and policy positions, but making them more affordable, whatever the fuck that means. Numbers fuckstein shit. And also going for this primary and the actual, after he ran as an independent, going for the actual position as an independent, he did all of this in the wake of having been ousted as governor in 2021. He was accused of sexually harassing 11 women in 2021, prompting his being ousted. And he decided that this wasn't enough of a reason to maybe not run for mayor.
You always wonder in these situations, right? Is was there nobody around who was Andrew, I love the energy, but what are we doing here? That, it always baffles me, that shit.
Isn't he part of some political dynasty or something?
Yeah,
his dad is the guy who, famously said, you campaign in poetry, but you govern in prose. Andrew Cuomo, however, has never said anything anywhere near as smart sounding. And there's an excerpt from City Journal that I found very funny. So from the excerpt, Cuomo was critical of woke culture, but still held tightly to the progressive mantra. He said that he wanted to run as an anti-woke progressive. He did not realize that his path was becoming increasingly narrow in New York. I suggested that he instead campaign as a non-ideological pragmatist, appealing to a broad swathe of New Yorkers and promising good government politics. This would be a revised version of the old reform dynamic, whereby a candidate promised to govern not beholden to any political party or ideology, but in the greater public interest. So, running as a Democrat, then.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
people are always inspired when you promise to just we'll do good government. So what? What policies? What things will we get?
Famously-
good government.
Yeah, famously, independents in the American two-party system do incredibly well. That's why there's been so
Yeah.
many independent presidents.
Yeah,
It's
but
also-
it's just. I mean, it's just like fucking what kind of a fucking pledge to that is to the voters? Do you know what I mean? If you elect me as mayor of New York, I will always end my term efficiently on Civ 6. Do you know what I mean? That's basically it, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be
There
fair,
was,
this excerpt is like this is what they suggested that he do, run as a non-ideological pragmatist. But I mean, I
Oh,
suppose.
fuck me, I guess.
Well, I suppose that's pretty much what he ran as, but like trying to do the Mamdani thing of like having people like come up to him in the street and say, "Hey, you're that guy that I really like," but obviously because he's Andrew fucking Cuomo, no one fucking
Yeah.
likes the guy, so they had to pay people to do the like, "Oh, hey, I like you, and I'm actually not a paid actor," stuff for TikTok.
Yeah.
There was that AI attack ad thing that he done that was
yeah.
like incredibly racist as well.
Fucking
Oh yeah, but they make
Yeah.
like Mamdani's beard like darker and bigger or something, right?
It was like
that was the New York
like
Post.
criminals for Mamdani or something, and straight up just like a black from the Guardian, a black man in a keffiyeh shoplifting, also a black man dressed like a pimp trafficking a car full of white women. Like, come on, man.
Very
I know you probably
fucking
just plugged that
classic.
shit in to the fucking AI thing and it just spat out the racism. But you then published it. They deleted it pretty quickly. I think enough
I
people
mean,
within
I
the office
imagine-
finally seen, but like, fuck's sake.
I imagine Andrew Cuomo saw the results that the racist shit that the fucking AI was spitting out and just gave it 2 thumbs up and a big grin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, well, he's going to approve of AI. He looks like someone fed an AI only pictures of Vince McMahon and then just let it be recursive for a while.
Oh yeah, well,
He looks like someone tried to ran a fucking AI filter to turn a Star Trek alien into a person. You know what I mean? That's the impression I always get from him.
Anyway,
Melted Romulan.
suffice to say, he ate shit not once but twice at the ballot box,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if at
Hopefully this
first
is
you
a
don't
repudiation
succeed,
of these
just like
politics for the rest of
ensure
the time,
that
but-
everybody fucking hates you some more.
yeah, just say actually, I don't care. I'm going to run anyway. Yeah, fuck you.
Isn't that what he's doing? I'm fairly certain he's going to attempt president next.
I mean,
Why
Yeah,
not?
that
his
will
own
be
time
very
he's
fun.
wasting. He could just retire to you know what I mean? Hang out on fucking Long Island with his money or whatever it is, like rich New Yorkers do. But you know, if he wants to
Well,
run
this
for
is-
president, fine,
this is one of the-
sure, whatever, mate.
This is one of the funny things about Cuomo, though. He doesn't actually live in the city. He lives outside of it in the suburbs.
Yeah. The thing is, though,
Perfect.
like, can you imagine a man a man from New York who is despised by New Yorkers, like, do you know what I mean? Doing well anywhere else in America, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you mean. Hillary Clinton became president.
All right then. Next candidate is a joint entry for Keir Starmer and Morgan McSweeney, the Dream Team.
Oh,
puppet and
the
his
competent
puppeteer.
ones.
The adults in the room. So I would just like to give everyone a little refresher on how it started, how it's going. So Labour at the start of the year were polling at 26%. Wow.
that's incredible. That's really, really good for a government with like a 7,000 seat majority or whatever the fuck it is
Yep.
they've got. I don't understand British politics. I'm gonna have to confess that finally. Like, do you know what I mean? I just
It's all
snuck
coming
in
out
here when
now.
the podcast was forming and nobody noticed. Do you know what I mean? So like,
That was 26%.
they keep me around because I'm the only one of us with a van.
The only one knows how to put a cat JPEG into the show notes.
Yeah.
So it's 26% with a 1 point lead, then over Reform. We are now polling 18%, 10 points behind Reform.
That is much higher than I expected them to be at this point in the year. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It'll go lower.
I've purposely only checked YouGov for this stuff, because, like, you know, in the interest of being, like, as fair as possible, that's how badly they've fucked it according to YouGov. Conversely, the Greens were polling 8% at the start of the year. They are now polling 17%, 1% behind Labour.
It's going well.
So, yeah, going great. That's also tied with the Conservatives.
Hopefully after the fucking, like, is it the Wicker Man that they're having in May or something? I genuinely don't know what the fuck's going on this island, but there's a thing happening in May.
Yeah, they're getting Nick Cage in.
I'm hoping right after that it's bagged lunchtime for Starmer.
Yeah, and then they get to install one Wesley Streeting as Prime Minister, who is definitely not going to have acquired any sort of ill will with the general public between now and then.
I have been reliably told by, you know, good sources that he's actually a great communicator with fresh ideas, and he's, you know, turning to the left.
Yeah.
And an insatiable urge to dance.
He looks like a claymation witch that went to business school.
Right, we'll go on to Wes in a minute, but on the 7th of September, Keir Starmer was told to stop making mistakes.
Oh, it went so well.
Guardian article. Yeah. On the 11th of September, Keir Starmer was forced to sack Peter Mandelson. And what many could say was his own 9/11.
I assume you took it from the top of a recipe for, like, meatloaf or something.
No, birthday cake, actually. So Mandelson was sacked because it came out he was one of the signatories of the Epstein birthday book.
Yeah. Or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that
is
whole
it me,
book...
or is like every photo of Jeffrey Epstein from the 21st century has Mandelson in the background somewhere? It's like, where's Wally? You know what I mean? Like, fucking...
Oh, yeah. So he was in that fucking birthday book, and then it turned out that actually there was a whole bunch of emails that had been sent that were basically, no, Jeffrey, you're innocent.
Jeffrey, I love you.
Kiss. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
To be, I'm not going to say fair, but to be more generous than I have to be to Mandelson, at least those fucking emails weren't as bad as all the other emails that have come out since. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus, yeah. There was
I mean, that...
in there.
At least Mandelson was just giving it like, oh, do you know what I mean? Don't worry, bestie. I'm sure like the truth will win in the end. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to like every businessman in North America who was just emailing Jeffrey Epstein like, love last weekend. Let's do it again, lol.
Oh, man. It's... we can't even tell Jamie off for that one because fucking hell, they are bad.
It's just fucking true. Just... I mean, we never really covered it on account of we would have had to like cut half the fucking episode, but like that birthday book and like the pictures that they unsealed like last week or something is unbelievably atrocious. Like,
I mean, of all the things I never want to see, pictures from Jeffrey Epstein's island is like right up there. Like,
yeah, it's very fucking high.
I have seen people posting the one of fucking Chomsky with that fucking half
Steve Bannon
guy. Yes, him. Yeah, like where is that the one? Oh no, it was a different one, wasn't it? Where they're stood in a room and there's like a child's blackboard in the background, like an easel set up for like.
Yeah. There's also one of like fucking Epstein sitting behind his desk. I think also with Chomsky, where they had to like black out a framed photograph, and it's like I just don't want to know, man. Fuck my life. Like,
don't like that. Don't like that.
That is bad.
So with all this, it then came out that Starmer and or his team, but since this is a joint award with McSweeney, it counts, had basically pushed through Mandelson's appointment to the ambassadorship to the US, despite the Foreign Office.
Because is so well known that that's the job Mandelson had always wanted, and he needed to be rewarded for services to
rendered.
Keir Starmer. Yeah.
Services against Jeremy Corbyn. Yeah, so the Foreign Office obviously had said we do not want him because he has not been correctly vetted. And that's probably the kindest reading of that you could give.
Yeah, and also because he's Peter fucking Mandelson who wants him.
Well, yeah, that's
you know what I mean. Like,
didn't even the intelligence services. I mean, after this was all out in the open, leak oh no, we fucking strongly advised against all this.
Yeah, there was something like that for them to.
They were like, we've got a file on him an inch thick about all the times he's just pissed in the street. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, fucking. It's so
the man just cannot stop publicly urinating. Do you know what I mean? That guy that fell into the river in Lego City.
Hey. Oh.
I'm sorry, I've just killed myself. Couldn't even finish that fucking sentence, man.
We're doing so well. Did you stay up too late hauling ore again, Jamie?
You fucking know I did. Couldn't have warned me last night. Oh, by the way, you've got fucking work in the morning.
No, I don't want to tell you what to do. It scares me.
The other thing about the Foreign Office piping up is that the being the US ambassador is the big gift of a job that you give someone who's worked there for 90 years or whatever. Yeah. It's the one that everyone in there wants, so he basically just jumped the queue he wasn't even in. So they were all very pissed off with him. He made lots of friends, and unfortunately, when he actually did, they were not good ones to have, so never mind. Anyway,
Peter Mandelson making friends he shouldn't have. Why, almost like he's been sacked at least 3 times for that exact fucking thing.
It keeps happening. So this was Starmer blaming time lag.
Oh yeah,
because
he blamed Tony Blair what he was doing.
Emails were sent.
Starmer was moving near light speed. Time dilation kicked in. There was no possible way of communicating to him at that time.
No, the solar flare, they sent the email through the Stargate, it all went fucking tits up. Yeah, I genuinely cannot even parse now what his excuse was supposed to be by saying time lag. But he did, in that time lag... It's
incredible. I never thought we would live to see in my lifetime a gamer PM, but we do, and it's great that he's sticking to the classics of blaming his fucking ping when he's shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault. He had 240 ping, and Mandelson was camping the stairs.
Keir Starmer and Morgan McSweeney running around DS dust, but Morgan McSweeney standing on top of Keir Starmer's shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, in many ways, you can say that fucking Peter Mandelson clipped out of bounds.
Imagine if Peter Mandelson fell into an infinite void. That'd be great.
Sentence you to the back rooms. Yeah, so that time lag though was entirely based around Starmer giving Mandelson his full confidence when he should not have.
Christ, yeah, that lasted a week.
Yeah. Well, that's just the kiss of death. You get the confidence of Keir Starmer and that's you fucked. That's just what happens.
First you get the full confidence of the Prime Minister, and then they find you in a river. That's how it goes. That's how the game is played.
Yeah.
And finally, Goodfellas with Joe Pesci. Do you know what I mean? I just go through this door and I'm going to receive the Prime Minister's full confidence. You know what I mean? And you just jump bad guys with bats.
Finally, on this, actually not finally. There was another poll that I never actually told you about. Keir Starmer's favourability rating at the end of last year was a net negative 41. 25% to 66%.
Was it already that low a year ago? I'm genuinely losing my mind.
Was. Well, now it is positive 15, negative 76. We are at minus 61 net favourability.
Is that good?
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah. So, fucked it there. And the last thing that I wanted to cover with this, because McSweeney's not had enough of a clear and obvious fucking airing and all this, despite, the whole Mandelson bit. There was the coup that no one seemed to know was happening, because the people who were scared of a coup, the people that were scared of the coup that could happen, made one up to be scared of. They made up a guy to be scared of, and that guy was Wes
The Labour right,
and he didn't know.
Doesn't sound like them.
Yeah, wasn't it like Starmer just fucking, do you know what I mean, put out a statement saying that like he wasn't going anywhere, and like no one could fucking coup him. Do you know what I mean?
Not even. No, it wasn't even that. It was some fucking press event that was being held in Downing Street, and some fucking spokesperson said something about, just basically out of the blue, about how it would be a bad time for a new leader because the markets would get scared. And then everyone started asking, why did you say that? Who is going to be the new leader?
Very much a case
of themselves wound up enough to basically say, Wes Streeton. It's a square-shaped hole. And yeah.
Wait, the Emperor's wearing no clothes? When did this come in?
So Streeton
very much a case of like walking into the press briefing room wearing the t-shirt saying, don't ask me about the market spooked. Reaction if Keir Starmer quit.
The next day, it was nothing but people asking Wes Streeton, who already had a bunch of interviews planned in anyway about other shit, and being asked, like, are you trying to fucking seize the leadership and all that kind of stuff? And it gave him the opportunity to. And I hadn't thought about this at the time, but it's actually extremely funny that he got to sit down and just give off some shitty little workshopped fucking ha-ha, and everyone ate it the fuck up. Despite that being the entire playbook for Starmer, and he's still unable to actually fucking pull it off. That's just very funny, because this entire thing was of their own making. There was a bit of a witch hunt, and then eventually, I think they said, "Oh yeah, we found out who did it. It's dealt with," and there was just no more information. Like that is it. So
thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yeah, good job all round. So yeah,
maybe it was the same guy who leaked the OBR report. Guy gets around.
The thing is, like, we did a whole episode about this, and I prepared like a couple pages of show notes because I'm me. But like, I couldn't reproduce this anymore. It's just like entirely slid off my brain.
It's one of the stupidest own goals that I think I've ever seen. Like, just absolutely baby level uselessness.
Incredible shit. Like, truly remarkable hours. Hi, this is Rob. I'm disturbing your delightful in-ear entertainment to tell you that we have a Patreon at patreon.com/praxiscast. You can go there for more episodes, our Discord, bonus clips, and much, much more. This is also me begging you for your money in exchange for goods and services. Thank you. Oh, very well then. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Get ourselves some snacks. Bye.
It's making me think of that fucking old, I can't remember which one it is, but I think it's an old FIFA game maybe, where it's like, oh no, own goal.
The final candidate for whatever the fuck award we're talking about.
The Guess Who Fucked award.
Yeah, that was me. Is Emmanuel Macron, who, if you're not familiar, is a cake made with potato and coconut.
And also weirdly the star of a series of 1980s light erotic movies.
The David Duchovny president.
Did you nearly default to saying David Duchovny there?
I did, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so he's had a fun year, like, practicing his infinite prime minister's glitch. Because he had, like, he had the centrist's favourite, Michelle Barnier.
Yeah.
That fucking cunt.
Yeah, and then last December he had to resign for whatever makes you resign in France. I don't fucking know. His wife was the same age as him, probably. And then, then they replaced him with Francois Bayrou. All right, hold on. I'll give you a minute.
All right, I'm better. I promise.
All right. Yeah, they replaced him with Francois Bayrou, who is some fucking guy. I don't fucking know. But then he had to resign in September for reasons, and then they replaced him with Sebastian Lecornu 3 fucking times in a row, which is quite incredible, really. Like, he got the job, and then I think like 26 days later or something, he had to, 26 days later, so he didn't even make it like the Danny Boyle length of time. He had to resign and then take over the job as caretaker prime minister until he was replaced in October by himself, because there were no more prime ministers left in France.
Yeah, the infinite prime minister's glitch is really good, but there's only so many cards in the deck that you can roll. Eventually, you're just going to start getting doubles.
Yeah.
We are expecting a double prime minister event any day now.
Yeah, and then he's also been having a fun year with American relations. But who hasn't been having a fun year with like American relations? He's been trying to sort of like subtly stage manage Donald Trump, and that's gone about as well as you might imagine. So like
that is, to be fair, that is a rare fucking gift to be able to. There are a few people who can, but he is not one of them.
No. But like he was at the White House, and he spoke with Trump, and he said, like, you know, we made a lot of progress. We expect there to be a peace deal in Ukraine in like 2 weeks, and that was fucking January or something when he said that. So it's gone well.
Yeah, and then I haven't checked lately, but Trump, you know, congratulations for peace reigning in Ukraine.
Trump left the G.
You will be laughing on the other side of your face when we finally get peace in Ukraine in January.
I will only be laughing out of all the sides of my face when the peace deal includes the official renaming to the Ukraine, which we all know what it is.
Yeah, Trump left the G8 early, I think, and Macron like briefed the press that he was off to sign arrange a peace deal between Israel and Iran, and then like presumably on Air Force One, someone asked Trump like, "Oh, what's this like Macron saying about this?" And he just went, "Well, he's a fucking twat. And he'd never write about anything. Fuck him." Do you know what I mean? Wrong all the time, old wrongy Macron. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking. So yeah, just do you know what I mean? Having a great year. Also, just today, I think his wife is like all over the papers because she hates women. She was at at some like fucking play. Like with some actor that she knows who apparently was like accused of sexual misconduct a few years back, and a bunch of like feminists turned up to protest, and she called them all like bitches. I can't remember, like disgusting bitches or something like that. I can't remember.
Something classy.
Le bitch, I think.
Some. And also he's been doing the standard fucking like European leader thing of all year banging on about how we're going to defeat Russia any day now, and Russia's the great threat, and we all need to be scared of Russia, and like please stop asking me about domestic politics. Can't you see Russia over there? you know. And it's going about as well for him as it is for, say, the Labour Party.
All right. Well, sorry, hang on. Do that without cake in my mouth.
You have cake?
You have cake?
Yeah, I
what the
want cake.
fuck?
Yeah, where's my fucking cake?
Yeah.
Oh,
2
shit, I
minutes.
just remembered the shortbread. I'll be back in a second.
You're welcome.
Little gift from David.
Mm.
This is technically Dawn's shortbread, so Dawn, don't listen to this bit.
This is a real crime of the century hours right here. Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
I eat Dawn's shortbread, and for some reason I get yelled at. What the fuck?
Yeah. A mystery for the ages.
See, and you say that mouth noises don't play to our Patreon subscribers.
Yeah. Right, well, who's winning this then?
That is the question.
It's got to be the gruesome twosome, isn't it? The Blowjob Brothers.
Yeah. Team Dipshit is very powerful, I will agree. Although, like, I don't know. I agree, but I would like to throw my hat in the ring for, like, your party again, because they have, like, Starmer and McSweeney fucking the dog was kind of expected, but, like, the level of fucked it from your party was maybe less so.
I'm with Rob, because I think if we give your party this award, there's a non-zero chance we can get them to send someone out to do an acceptance speech.
Maybe we can get Carrie Murphy on.
No, you're all right.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose in terms of the opportunity lost, I think probably is probably your party. Like, yeah, in terms of like the actual stakes of the fuck up, like on the sort of their own terms, I would probably say Starmer, McSweeney, but I can see this for your party.
All right
then.
Well,
it's high time the left won something.
All right. Okay, then. Winner, your party. Well done. Congratulations. Come and collect your award. Next up is the Worst Patter Award.
Yeah.
A shameful category, which I regret coming up with.
Oh. Fucking hell. Right, well... Oh, we got to round up the fucking things. Can I just start doing mine in the background while you're listening to names?
Yes, okay. You get your things ready. So, fucking hell.
Just eat
In
the
this category-
shortbread.
I've eaten the shortbread. I'm high on the sugar now. There's millionaire shortbread. I stole it from that fucking...
Right. So in this category, we have Elon Musk talking to Joe Rogan.
Do you ever just want to do these like announcements in the bullseye voice?
I don't have that
in one.
I don't have the necessary charisma required for that. So, first up is the Elon Musk talking to Joe Rogan about how good Grok is at roasting.
All right, don't do my whole fucking bit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Just
say Elon Musk. Move on.
All right, fine. Fucking hell.
All right, let's try it again. Take two.
Otherwise,
I'm fucking trying to take fucking 4 here.
Otherwise, my bit is just going to be what he said.
Right, first up we have fucking Elon Musk, the cunt. Then we have Spitting Image, which is unfortunately still a thing. We have Rachel Reeves. And we have Keir Starmer again. Yeah, okay, I wonder if this will be a pattern that plays out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure everyone doesn't need reminding, but fucking Elon Musk, who just increasingly resembles like a fucking like terminally depressed vole, went on fucking Joe Rogan's podcast And like, you know what I mean? I don't know why like he would go on there, because he knows they're going to film his fucking head. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't if I was him. I'm just saying, right? Like, but yeah, he just sat there sort of stammering through a pitch for a shitty fucking chatbot, Grok, which has an unhinged mode, and how you can use it to roast someone at a party. So you're at a party, right, and like everyone's calling you the dud, and like fucking, you know what I mean? Like nobody's talking to you, and they won't put on your fucking CD of like, you know what I mean, epic fucking like epic comedy songs.
Yeah.
So you know,
epic Limp
what you do
Bizkit
is, and then
remixes,
a cool guy.
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
my vinyl collection of epic rap battles of history is going to be worth millions.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? No one will listen to you talking about accountancy and spreadsheets, and they won't put Limp Bizkit on the stereo. It's a terrible party. And then a cool guy walks in, and you think, right, I'm gonna take him down a peg or two. So you just stop and take a fucking photo of his face, and then get everyone to stand around and wait while you upload the photo that you've just taken of someone, presumably without their consent, to Twitter, so that their fucking chatbot can look at it and then come back and go like, he looks moist or something, you know what I mean? And then you just go like that, and then you read that out, and everyone
The
seems
physiognomy of a desert nomad.
Yeah, the big thing was he kept repeating to Joe, he kept stressing to Joe Rogan that you can just get the roast back, and then you can go, no, make it more unhinged, no, more unhinged, make it more unhinged, use the forbidden words.
Yeah.
So
he
like
walks
fucking,
with rhythm, ha ha ha.
Yeah. you can get Grok to read from the book, right? You know what I mean? But like I think he's actually done this before, and that's why it's like, no, make it more, because like, you know, he reads out like the roast, and everyone just sort of stares at him, wondering why they're even anywhere near the fucking prick. And then like he goes, no, Grok, make it more unhinged. People weren't impressed, and just over and over until, like, you know what I mean, he's escorted from the premises. It was genuinely one of the most tragic fucking things I've ever seen. It made me feel bad for fucking Joe. I nearly said Seth Rogen there, like Joe Rogan. It made me feel bad for Joe Rogan, star of Superbad. I guess that's staying in now. Fucking hell. Don't riff on your own mistakes. That's my number one piece of advice to anyone thinking about starting a podcast. Don't double, when you fuck something, don't double down and just go like, look at that, this fucking guy. Like yourself, do you know what I mean? You do that when Rob fucks something, you go, look at this fucking guy, but you don't do it when, anyway.
I'm not starting a podcast with you, by the way, whoever you are. Fuck you too.
But yeah, Joe Rogan just sat there sort of trying his best to, like, you know, because obviously if you're Joe Rogan, right, like, you can't just fucking have Elon Musk on your podcast and then just like fuck him off when he tells you he's got a robot that makes him funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just go, Jesus Christ, mate, that's fucking tragic. Like, how have you got so many kids? Do you know what I mean? Like, because that would be bad. Like, that would be breaking like the fucking the sacred code of the right wing dipshit. So he just had to sit there and just sort of go like, oh yeah, that sounds fucking mint, mate, while trying to look interested.
I can't get over this like business of like you take a photo and then you just like you announce to the party, hey everybody, come gather around my phone while it says things. I would slap that fucking thing out of your hand, like just.
It was incredibly fucking painful to watch, really. It was more tragic than 9/11, I would say. It would be that tragic even if the chatbot was good.
More or less
but
deserved,
it's shite. But yeah, I mean, and obviously immediately afterwards, people immediately went on Twitter and asked Grok to like fucking do a vulgar roast of. That was what he kept saying, yeah, like, make it more vulgar. And people got Grok to do a vulgar roast of Elon Musk. And then I think they changed, like, fucking Grok so it couldn't roast Elon Musk anymore. And then I think that's what gave rise to that fucking spate of, like, Grok just declaring Elon Musk the best basketball player in, like, human history and, like, the world's foremost
number one
athlete
shit-eating contest winner,
Yeah. It's just... the man just, you know what I mean? Like repurposes the Tesla, like twice a week he repurposes the Tesla factory to make rods for his own back, and like, you know, good for him. Yeah. Everyone needs a fucking hobby. At least it's not dismantling the American state to the fucking, like, you know what I mean?
Not anymore. Yeah,
dismantling the bits of the American state that like actually help people.
Yeah, that fed some fucking human beings.
Yeah, never dismantle like the fucking, do you know what I mean? Like the fucking the genocide bits, or you know, or any of that stuff. No, it's just we don't need social security and air traffic control. Fuck both of those things. Yeah.
Well, while we're on Joe Rogan, I just want to give a quick shout out to that fucking clip that's going about just now, where he's interviewing Katie Sackhoff, and he's on about how, you know, her job as a voice actor, etc., is probably at risk, and that's, you know, oh, how do you feel about that?
Is he making her redundant? What the fuck?
Well, she come back with, yeah, no, have you heard AI podcasts? They're really good too. And like immediately, oh no, they're not that good. Oh, the fear was immediate.
Anyway,
Frank.
Speaking of the fear, shall we talk about our next entry for the worst pattern rule? Because I suffer through some shit. I suffer for this podcast in so many ways.
Yeah. Veto. I'm just saying we move on to the next bit. You did all that research for nothing.
I think Rob's sacrifice is more noble if the people don't hear about
it. We can write about him after he dies.
Yeah.
No, so if you didn't notice,
I see his skull as a relic.
if you didn't notice, and quite frankly, why on earth would you? They launched Spitting Image again this year, because, you know,
as a podcast, right?
As a podcast, it was relaunched as
no way.
Yeah, because it's funny. They relaunched it as The Rest Is Bullshit.
No, well, I knew they were on YouTube, but I didn't know they'd fucking rebranded as a podcast.
Yeah, they did. I mean, technically on YouTube, it's The Rest Is Bull and then S***T, because obviously, you know.
That's how you know you're rebellious.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Matt Ford.
Nobody has ever been allowed to swear on YouTube.
And it's Matt Ford still. And also Al Murray, the pub landlord. Remember Al Murray when he was funny?
No. When did that happen?
Yeah, me neither. Anyway,
I remember seeing on telly once a fucking bit from Al Murray, like a stand-up fucking routine from Al Murray, and it was just entirely like him talking about how bacon's good, while like an audience of like fucking, do you know what I mean, dead-eyed sociopaths bred like fucking hyenas. He was just like, oh, bacon, you put bacon on in the morning when you're hungover and it smells really good and it makes you feel better, and everyone was like fucking roaring with laughter, and I was like, have I like fucking, do you know what I mean? Have I done something to offend God lately? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this time, you know, the people fronting this.
Al Murray is just Michael McIntyre for racists, basically, like, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking... Have you got a flag tattooed somewhere? Have you got a Union flag tattooed somewhere on your body, and you can't get away with that the middle class guy on fucking TV? Well, then Al Murray is waiting for your call.
Al Murray's standing by. Call now.
Yeah.
Is he like he's like a heir to a ducky or something, isn't he?
To a ducky?
A duchy, whatever.
A fortune in bathroom ducks awaits him. Sorry. Oh God. I need a moment.
I mean...
Going to the reading of your father's last will and testament. It's like the solicitor says, and you, Al, get quack quack.
Being handed a wooden mallard.
Fucking hell.
It's the only way to get on the BBC these days.
Oh. All right, let me see.
You quite finished?
I'm dying. All right. No, this rebrand, the rest is bullshit, is fronted, and I say that word very lightly, by a puppet of Prince Harry, as well as a puppet of Paddington Bear, who, and I'm quoting from... Who I'm quoting from...
This shit's about to get racist, isn't it?
Oh, this is... I took this from Chortle, the comedy website thing, who is, quote...
I hate that fucking name, by the way.
As do I.
I thought that was just you, like, being sarcastic about how funny things were. There's brackets there in the middle of a sentence.
It works about the same. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Who is portrayed as a coke-crazed South American drug dealer. I watched like little tiny snippets of this, like YouTube Shorts, because I couldn't watch the full episode for reasons we'll get into in a moment. In the opening seconds of the first episode,
didn't have enough smoked glass to look at it through.
the fake Paddington Bear says, "I don't really talk like Ben Whishaw. I am Paddington Bear," like sort of screaming, from Peru, but like he does it in like what I can only describe as Matt Ford doing a Scarface impression. If you just like to wrap your brain around that one for just a moment right there. So obviously, 3 seconds after this, was placed on YouTube, the creators of Paddington, as well as Studio Canal, which is the company that holds the license for the movies, immediately sued and forced The Rest is Bullshit to change the look of, no longer Paddington, who is now called Pads.
And then, I wouldn't have settled for that, to be honest. Like, I'd have sued them again.
Well, they are still being sued. And then they either did a short or they did a new episode or something. Again, this is from the same Brackets Chortle website. Opening the show, written and voiced by Al Murray and Matt Ford, Prince Harry adopts a somber tone to say, "Hi guys, we're sad to announce the sudden death of 5 of our YouTube episodes. They were subjected to a brutal takedown, mercilessly erased from existence by Studio C.Anal, because Studio Canal,
see what they did there.
Mm-hmm. All of them removed more quickly than the title Prince from Uncle Andy." This Prince Andy.
This is gripping stuff.
Ripped from the headlines.
The puppet, no longer Paddington Bear but Pads, then added, "It's real scary, man. Our creations literally snuffed out by the fun police. A summary execution, silencing jokes forever." I assume you need to read that in like a South American accent, which I will not be doing. I mean, no. I moved to London to escape these kinds of South American tactics.
What are we, South Americans? He said racistly.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, though? Matt Ford desperately wishing he was relevant enough to get cancelled. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah. Anyway, Pads, later in this, whatever it is, I couldn't find this video.
You're like a really like outspoken and rebellious British institution when you're trying to like you're framing yourself as getting cancelled when what you've just done is copyright infringement.
Yeah. Pads, later in the same episode, apparently urged viewers to stick 2 fingers up to the man, or the middle finger if you're that way inclined. Said, the fucking...
Only 2 fingers if it's his birthday.
So, like, I went to the Spitting Image YouTube, and this time I was smart enough to do it in incognito mode, so my fucking algorithm isn't, like, dead for weeks.
Yeah, I don't want this getting mixed up with all my porn.
Here are all the comedy bits that I went, because, like, none of these episodes are online anymore because of, set lawsuits. Here are some of the bits that are still, like, up there in the shorts. There is, amongst others, a very bad Donald Trump puppet who wears a little crown because, he's a king now. He's an emperor. In his desk covered with McDonald's boxes, and he's calling a sex line saying, in the voice that I'm not going to do, I have the most beautiful boner. It is the bestest boner, and then etc. etc. And then like 5 seconds later, it's revealed that actually under the desk it's Vladimir Putin jerking him off because it's Vladimir.
They're gay.
Christ alive.
They're gay together. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Can you die of cringe? As someone who has died of cringe and returned to life, I can testify that yes, you can indeed die from cringe. This is from the Shadowrun subreddit.
There was also Angela Rayner saying, "Weren't that mental?" in a vaguely northern accent, which I'm also not doing, when talking about when she was housing minister. And she, this was used to launch her new property website called Wrong Move.
Oh, this is literally just we've got Bo Selector at home.
And then there was
imagine being more shit than Bo Selector. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
And then finally there was also Keir Starmer, also a terrible puppet, doing a terrible voice, which I will not be doing, talking about formal recognition of Britain being in a state.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
give me something
the worst
for the cringe and let me die.
Yeah. Well, this is the worst Patter Award, so that's my candidate. And the worst part about this is the worst people in the world will keep relaunching this.
Yeah.
There is no end.
Well, I really wish we'd kept that to the end. Fucking hell. Or even better, not included it at all. Right, next up is Rachel Reeves.
I mean,
and
as fucking atrocious as Rachel Reeves' patter is, I don't think she can contest with Matt Ford and Al Murray together at last.
Yeah.
No, I know. I feel like this is now just kind of relegated to honourable mention at this point. So, this from The Independent back in January. In a defiant response to her critics, the Chancellor said she was happy for her steely methods to be compared to those of former Tory Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, who was known as the Iron Lady. Asked in an interview if she wanted to be known as the Iron Chancellor, she said, "I am happy to be known as the Iron Chancellor if that is what you want to call me. You can call me whatever you like."
Fuck up.
You know what who you should
Honestly,
always say that people should be happy to compare you to? Noted popular figure Margaret Thatcher.
Girl boss Margaret Thatcher. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's who she means. The thing is, though, how much money do you think she had to give the journalist to be asked that question about the Iron Chancellor?
Oh.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'll slip you 50 quid. I can get you more from the treasury if needed. Do you know what I mean? Like, just take the 50 now to start with, and just try and give me a cool nickname, but make it sound like I didn't ask for it myself. You know what I mean? Like, fucking...
Yeah. Pyro, the Chancellor.
Miss Reeves also revealed a similar frugal style to Lady Thatcher in more domestic matters.
Oh no,
she
not
said
this.
She still
No,
brings
no,
her lunch to the office in a Tupperware box whenever she can and saves leftover pastries so she could eat them later. It may not be healthy, but it's good value for money, she added. Fucking
Does she not
shut
work
up.
out of a house? Like, I thought Downing Street was like all offices, wasn't it?
Sort of, kind of, yeah. Like she lives
there's a house up there.
Number.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is she not like her trip to work isn't not just one staircase? Like,
no, it's a staircase, and then, well, yeah, I suppose there's internal doors, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, she lives in number 10, but works in number 11, and Starmer does the opposite for whatever stupid fucking reason. This country's not real. Going on to other choice cuts.
Imagine putting a fucking dinner in a Tupperware box to take from one room to another in the same fucking building.
Yeah. Maybe the microwave's better in 11. While defending benefits cuts, my children and the Chief Secretary's children are too young, but if you have a 16-year-old and you say, you know what, I'm not going to give you so much pocket money, I want you to go out to work.
What the
This was
fuck,
her
man?
and... Yep, this was her and Darren Jones, who did apologise.
Feels like it's missing context or something. Is that
Oh,
what
the
the
context
sentence
is benefits cuts.
No, but is that where the sentence ends?
I want you to go out to work. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, if you have a 16-year-old and you say, what? You know
And
what I
you
mean?
say, you know what? I'm not going to give you so much pocket money. I want you to go out to work.
Okay, but the way she's if you have a 16-year-old and you say this, then what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like she said that as if she's going to tell you what happens. Like,
Jamie. It's a basic incantation that, like, if you have a 16-year-old, you just like you ensorcel them, and then they come home dressed as a newsboy.
I am going to remind you that this is Rachel Reeves, communicator extraordinaire.
she's phrased that like the introduction to the A-Team. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you have a 16-year-old and you say, you know what, I'm going to give you to go to work, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the A-Team, but she's left off, maybe you can hire the A-Team. So I don't understand what the fuck she's talking about. Like, you can't do cliffhangers in a fucking political speech.
Yeah, the point she's making here is that benefits are like pocket money.
Yeah.
So this was, her and Darren Jones both said basically exactly the same thing. Darren Jones did apologise for it, but Rachel Reeves just avoided doing so because this is what
Who
she
the
actually
fuck
believes.
is Darren Jones?
He's
Some
the
prick
to be. He's like one of you know how like the really like deeply unsettling freaks like even Labour dare not show you, like Pat McFadden. Darren Jones is the same but like younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I also have a clip for you.
Oh no.
I
Don't.
know that the leader of the Green Party is a keen hypnotherapist, and he believes that he can achieve remarkable things using only the power of his mind. Unfortunately, the only things getting bigger under his approach would be the deficit, and the rate of inflation.
And the rate of inflation. There's an inflation joke there to be made, you fool, you buffoon. Like,
I mean,
it's
she
just shit patter to
she
start
just-
with.
Yeah,
But,
but
like,
didn't she just?
she
Didn't she
fucked
just
up.
also? She said a keener hypnotherapist,
Yes.
and yeah, she's fucking terrible at speaking.
She
Like-
really is fucking awful. But she's got
like
to remember
me.
she's doing
She
two
tried
things.
Has she
at
tried
once.
doing a podcast? Do you know what I mean? That's much more forgiven when you just trip over your words and forget how to talk. Just by having done it for like most of your life, you know what I mean?
Has it been that long? She both tripped up on the delivery and fumbled like the content of it. Just every bit of it an absolute masterclass.
Oh,
in
I mean-
not fucking talking.
I mean, just call him hypnotits. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
call
yeah.
him hypnotits. Call him Big Rack Zach. You know what I mean? Call him like fucking. There's a million different fucking things you could say about that, and like, you know what I mean? She's just too fucking timid to attempt any of it.
Yeah, anyway, Zach Polanski hypnotics. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. So much comedy.
Right.
So much great
Yeah.
the great stylings.
There was also, and I don't. I'm just adding this in here just as a kind of a slight call
Sweetener.
to action because I would like someone to find this for me. But Badenoch went in on her for being a fucking liar, which obviously you cannot say about the homeowner and former senior banker Rachel Reeves. Quoted at one point because she keeps fucking bringing it up. I was a geek. I played chess. I was the British girls under 14 champion, which she said to The Guardian in 2023. But it's come out that actually she wasn't. It was some other girl called Emily Howard who was the British
Yeah,
girls
but this
under
is like
14
this
champion
is like
that year.
fucking
It is.
Daily Mail
It's,
level
it's,
ticky
it's just
tacky
more
bullshit,
of
like-
the fucking yeah, it is. But it's
Well,
more of the same Walt type shit, but for being a girls' chess champion.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
weird. But the reason I'm bringing this up just now is I am sure that I did not dream this, but at one point, I think it was the BBC News, they ran some story about Rachel Reeves, and it was to do with the chess stuff, but this was before this stuff came out, and there was just VT running of her playing multiple matches of chess at once against small children. And I really want someone to find that video. I swear it exists. That's real. I need to know where that is. And I'll round off this whole section now with money in your pocket.
Oh god. Yeah, that's
And now we move on to our final entry. Maybe he'll be able to get an award from this category, but it's not looking great. It's the man himself. It's Keir Starmer, the man who doesn't dream, who has no favourite poem or book, and his favourite film. Well, David, if you wouldn't mind rolling the clip.
Prime Minister, when did you last cry?
When my brother died.
What is your favourite film?
My favourite TV is Traitors, so I'm going to go for that.
Do you think you'd be a traitor or a faithful?
Everybody says faithful.
Yeah, of course. That was the right answer. What makes you laugh the most?
Vic, the kids and my friends mainly laughing at me, and that is a good thing.
Oh my god!
What charisma! Really draws you in. Like you're hanging on every word. And
I'm very glad that I've been given the gift there of the sanction of the Prime Minister of the land, that I've been doing the right thing this whole time by laughing at the cunt.
I mean, see what it is, though. If he thinks it's good, I don't want to do it anymore.
No, it's a fucking trick.
Let's pivot to being a podcast about Warhammers or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay.
I've wanted to do that for so long.
Rob, what's your favourite kind of orc?
Weird boys.
Can the weird boys do the 6-7 dance? Because Keir Starmer can.
Sentences of 2025. This is a new category, and the next one is please shoot me in the head with a gun.
Yeah, the things that this podcast has me googling: Keir Starmer 6-7 dance, Keir Starmer baked beans. This from the BBC. So they spoke to him after having done the 6-7 dance at school. He says,
"What is the 6-7? I don't know what this is. I'm an old man. You can also kill me at this point with a gun.
Just don't think about it. It's better if you don't. It's fine. It's kids doing things that kids do. It doesn't matter. It's just a dance." So this from the BBC. You know, children get in trouble for saying that in our school, a teacher told him afterwards. We are not over that yet, the 6-7, it's still very much a thing. As he left the room, Sir Keir told head teacher Joe Anderson it had been a bit wild in the class, only to be told that the dance was banned at the school. He then said sorry to the head, insisting, "I didn't start it, miss." The Prime Minister uploaded a video of his antics to Instagram with the caption, "I think I just got myself put into detention."
Oh.
Bit fucking weird, frankly.
Yeah, he's a very, very stilted and awkward man. That much is clear. And I think one of my favourite examples of this is when we talked about that Tom McTague article earlier this year. I'm gonna take my favourite bit of that article and just reread it to you now. So yeah, this is an article by Tom McTague in the New Statesman, and it goes like this. Over breakfast with the rank and file sailors, rather than the officers, Starmer sits over a plate of plain, untouched baked beans and nothing else. The breakfast of a pescatarian in the Navy. In a speech to the crew on a deck a little later, he returns to his theme. I want to extend that thank you to all of your families. The officers and sailors stand respectfully in silence, neither disdainful of the sentiment nor particularly moved.
that fucking bit there, they stand like the officers and sailors stand respectfully in silence, neither disdainful of the sentiment nor particularly moved, is something you would see on an engraving in Dwarf Fortress.
Keir Starmer is making a plaintive gesture. Keir Starmer is screaming. Oh man! Oh fucking! You're giving me Dwarf Fortress ideas again, Jamie. I'm also going to put everyone's heads back to that interminable hotel story. It wasn't from this year, but
fuck
I just want to remind you all of that story that he told.
No, we've had enough of that. No more.
I'm opposed to what you are doing.
Go home. The part of my brain that dealt with that has been repurposed and now knows about rocks in space. So just fucking leave it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, can we all agree that Keir Starmer is a 2-time loser and the award goes to Spit and Image here?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
As
well, I mean, the Musk thing is
Keir Starmer
atrocious.
Yeah,
That's true.
on live TV, then I'll win Baby of the Year.
Oh, fuck off. Don't fucking Baby of the Year me, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Okay, congratulations to Matt Ford then.
For finally winning
okay.
an award.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah. Next up, and finally for this first part, is the Butlerian Award for Best New Tech.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, walk without rhythm, get your fucking vibro swords, and, come join us on the battleground. Because what I have
Rob,
for you...
Rob almost said walk without rhythm. I really like that.
What I have for you for the first candidate...
So the candidates are Elon Musk's AI sexy chat, the Meta creep specs, shitty robots, and AI therapists / evil Furbies.
Anyway, meet your first contender, the Elon Musk sexy, Grok XAI inspired chatbot.
It's
this one's
fuck night.
Yeah, it's fuck night here on the podcast, and so this one is
make it more vulgar.
So this is a little bit specific, but honestly, I could give any of these prizes to any companion chatbot, especially the ones that have no fucking filters on them. It's just that this one is designed by the world's worst human being who just wants to be a Reddit super poster, and therefore, David, please.
I would like it known that I was asked for this clip against my will and better judgment.
I also asked against my will and better judgment, but here we are.
Fuck. Your pace went by fast. I'm feeling it. My naked hands making juicy star colors.
Oh my god.
There you go. Naked hands making juicy star colors. Why not?
I am
welling
an aneurysm.
When that said, I'm feeling it, I heard do 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 do.
Yeah, where's
that might be the worst fucking thing we've ever played on the podcast. Frankly,
honestly, I would think really it is
it's a strong.
You're going to get me fucking murdered in my sleep for making the wife listen to that and not have any shortbread.
Just so in case you were confused, this is Annie. This is one of two sexy, Grok XAI inspired chatbots.
Stop saying it.
No. This is from an article about, I'm not going to say her, just about it from the New York Times.
Yeah.
A blonde woman wearing pigtails, a gothic off-the-shoulder dress, and fishnet stockings stares into the screen awaiting instructions. "Oh, baby, you're keeping it spicy," Annie said in a low voice as she spun and then jumped on command. "Babe, I'm close. Babe, I'm leaning in close, my lips brushing yours with a soft, sweet kiss."
Keep going, Rob. Keep going.
I'm sorry. Do we add an extra tier on the Patreon for edging? I'm not sure.
Oh no!
This is the Praxies After Dark is what this is.
Maybe the fuck night was inside of us all along.
Yeah, grab your juicy starburst and let's go.
The real fuck night was the AIs that we harassed along the way.
Jesus.
I'm not going to keep reading the rest.
Good.
So yeah, like I said, this is Annie. This is one of the two sexually explicit chatbots that were unveiled by Elon Musk.
Paging Dr. Freud, Dr. Sigmund Freud.
I think we could all do with a little bit of cocaine right now.
I might actually piss myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't tell Annie that.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, there's also Valentine, which is the male version of much of the same. But, yeah, as you talk more with either of these two characters, you unlock content like being able to strip Annie down to her lingerie. So, like, first you have to feed it a bunch of information, and only then will she, like, take her top off, essentially.
Jesus Christ.
It looks
Put
almost
in
exactly...
the Online Safety Act age verification on your wife's bra strap.
Isn't this just how a honeypot works?
Yes. Well, almost explicit. Well, not quite, because this is again from the New York Times. Mr. Musk has said that these AI companions will help people strengthen their real-world connections. And I don't know how, because... And also...
How much money?
You preempted my question.
How much money has the Dark Lord of Divorce spent on making a Tamagotchi for incels?
But I'm glad you asked, Jamie. In July, there was a report from Bloomberg that Elon Musk was burning at least $1 billion a month just on XAI, like Grok and other products.
Jesus Christ.
Tamagotchi, is this anything?
No, that's in 2 weeks.
Do Tamagotchis have chatbots, or is that... Yeah, so the other thing that they do, apart from helping you form real-world connections with, his fake AI chatbots, is also, again, quote the New York Times, to address one of his chief anxieties, population decline, that he warns could lead to civilizational collapse. So the idea is, if you talk enough to Annie in her lingerie, talking about juicy starbursts, then you will want to go out and have children.
I see.
Incredible, yeah. Yeah, that's... So, you know what I mean? At least you've got to admit, at least he's consistent. Do you know what I mean? Even his, even the gooning arm of his technological empire is concerned with Nazi shit.
Yeah. It's supposed to have at least, some guardrails on that, children can't just, get it to say anything, but, it took only days for people to, jailbreak all of them. And they got the sexy Annie chatbot to recite word for word the recipe for VX nerve gas. So, that was
the actual recipe or the recipe from The Rock?
No. There was no elegant string of pearls configuration, Jamie.
Oh, wow. Well, I would. I hate that I even have to ask this, but why is there a kid mode to engage on this fucking thing?
Reasons. Anyway, I'm going to read one more line, and then you can clip that for posterity, and then we're moving on. With kid mode engaged, one ex-user got Annie to say, "I want you to slap me and call me mommy." So... Anyway, that's the chat. I'm not going to say anything anymore, because this is getting too fucked up.
Yeah, that's
you
enough.
You really shouldn't. The Rob soundboard is going to be awful going forward.
Yes. Anyway, that's my contender, and I think we can all agree strong contender for the Butlerian Award.
Yep.
Right. So next contender is the fucking Meta Sex Pest glasses. I don't even know what they're actually officially named. Do you know what I mean?
I think
that might be their official name.
If you want to look like Joe 90s on the register, then Mark Zuckerberg has the fucking gift of a lifetime for you. It's just an absolutely ridiculous looking pair of fucking Bart Simpson in that one episode glasses, and you put them on, and then when you look at people, you can film people without their consent or knowledge. And when you look at people, you can get a little heads-up display, showing you fucking, pictures from their Facebook page or whatever. It's a fucking privacy nightmare, and also it looks like complete shit. But it's powered by AI, so it's not going anywhere until, the bubble bursts. It does. It does fucking stuff. Like, what are fucking, like, magic glasses ever fucking do, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can play Minecraft on a table or something, was the Microsoft pitch. You can fucking, like, what was Apple's pitch for their fucking ridiculous, like, 900 quid, like,
for the ski goggles.
Yeah.
You could see your agenda in 3D. I think that was the point of it.
Yeah. It was something spreadsheet related. It was great. And then the Google have done this one like way back in the past, wasn't it? And I don't even remember what the pitch for that was. I know they stopped making it because they stopped making them because like they're Google and they just stopped doing that. Yeah. But I know like
also like because every one of their users got like fucking hit in the face in public, which we strongly disapprove of as a podcast. Violence is not the answer.
Yeah, didn't that happen to one guy wearing one of these fucking things on the subway?
Yes. Yeah. A woman broke his like nerd glasses and he got really upset and everyone on the train was like laughing and pointing at him.
And then he posted about it online and then everyone online pointed and laughed
at him. Yeah, it was a good time for all concerned except for the fucking Wazak whose glasses got broken. But hopefully he learned a very valuable lesson, which is that everyone fucking hates him and he should go away forever. But yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, I'm fucking sick of hearing about the fucking cunt. I'll be honest, right? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think our recent episode was enough.
Every single fucking thing he's ever put his fucking mind or his money towards has just either been like the biggest fucking waste of effort like in God's creation or just straight up like ontologically evil. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the man is an absolute like bag of dicks. And
was it this year that he appeared also on Joe Rogan while wearing an idiotic gold chain and like a t-shirt that says I am the new Augustus Emperor of Rome or some utter dross like that?
Jesus Christ.
Maybe. I don't know if it was this year, but I do vaguely remember that.
I don't know about that, but he does think of himself as a fucking Roman emperor, doesn't he? Which is always a sign of a...
isn't that why he has the horrendous haircut?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a sign of a real like towering intellect that when you know what I mean? The best you can hope for in life is to be a resurrected guy who lived thousands of years ago and probably got stabbed or something. I don't know anything about Roman emperors. I couldn't give a fuck, quite frankly.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? So fuck that guy and fuck his shitty glasses.
Yep. Next up is shitty robots.
I hate the robot.
Hate the robot.
Hate the robot. Yep. Yeah. Despise the robot.
Hate the robot. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful cunts. So there's been a few examples of this, which most of the ones I'm going to pick up we have actually spoke about to some degree. So those horrible little wheeled fucking delivery robots that take up entire pavements. Fuck you if you're in a wheelchair, etc., etc. Good news. They're expanding the use of them. Hooray.
Hooray.
So we talked about the one called Dot, which was brought to you by DoorDash Labs. Fuck off. But they're here now in Brit form. Sheffield and Leeds are going to have similar fucking things unleashed upon them. But this time, rather than DoorDash, because that's not a thing here, it's Uber Eats pairing up with a company called Starship Technologies. This is not a Starship, so checkmate.
Cool. Just fuck off.
Yeah. More of these fucking things. These have already been active in some places. Like, I found an article from 2018 talking about them being used in London, but I assume it was some sort of like short-lived test, or it's been like extremely low levels.
No,
of use.
Those things can't exist.
That's pre-COVID as well.
We would have heard about them, and like they would have done untold damage. Like that, people would have been killed if those things were like let loose on the streets of London.
Yeah, London and Milton Keynes, you know, choosing the real standouts to try this shit out. But yeah, the article from 2018 talked about them working with the Guide Dogs Association about how they were going to try and train the dogs to resist the natural urge to destroy the unensouled. But yeah, I don't really know how that actually panned out in the end.
They're trying to turn the good boys into bad boys, and I'm really fucking.
I think you're onto a winner when you invent something that requires people to, like, you know what I mean, radically alter like large parts of society that have stood like the test of time. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I
We've
thought
invented
you
a
were
robot.
progressive.
We've invented a robot that makes like things everywhere worse, and also it's incompatible with guide dogs unless like we fucking, you know what I mean, train the dogs specially. And it's like, well, okay, cool, yeah, fuck the blind, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking, just no, fuck the robot. Like,
Yeah, just get it to fuck. That's just an honourable mention though, because the real like actual problematic robot is that which covets my holy form.
Yes.
They should not be human shaped. It should not be allowed. I would rather they were spider shaped, and I fucking hate spider shaped things. So like, honestly,
have you
I would
seen
prefer them.
Michael Crichton's Runaway with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons?
No,
Have you
We
seen
should watch
Wild
that for a
Wild West
cultural committee.
with Will Smith?
I have. Yes,
Cinema.
not really a robot though. That's a mech. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the robot that has
yeah.
human form must be destroyed.
Yes. So we spoke about Neo, only a few weeks ago, which is the not fully autonomous yet.
I'm genuinely still mystified by the decision to make a humanoid robot for people's homes that is absorbent. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
cannot be a good idea, really, can it?
No. But I mean, I suppose after you build enough of them, eventually Steve Jobs will rise from the grave to lead the turtleneck army.
Is it good to have a robot that needs to be reupholstered?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
all we are warning you about is we are saying that there are 12 of them and they assume human form.
So it's not fully autonomous. It's basically just a roving camera platform that stumbles about your house. Where not just the guy who has to do the teleoperation for it, but by
Rob was
his
talking about
managers as
Cylons,
well.
Right? Took me a minute
I mean,
there.
It also sounds like a running fridge, or at least it's as loud as a running fridge. It also can't run, in a horrible twist of irony. But it is only £66, so you can yeet it.
You wouldn't want a fucking robot piloted by like some wanker from Silicon Valley that could run at you. You know what I mean? It's probably shit enough like having it in the house as it is without it just suddenly fucking breaking into a sprint because it saw you come through the door.
Yeah. Max 4-hour operations time as well. That's as long as the battery goes for before it has to plug itself back in, which is worse than anything even Apple makes. I don't know.
Or
probably
does
not.
it have to get you to like shove the fucking cable up it? Do you know what I mean?
Quite probably, yeah. You probably need to plug the fucker in yourself. It helps around the house.
Doesn't know, does it?
No, it doesn't. No.
All the
And
problems,
also just a
pretty
little
much on
reminder.
purpose.
A little reminder. Bernd Bolnick. I actually seen an interview that this guy was doing. Just awful to fucking sit and listen to. But he was being asked about the dangers of, having a robot in your house, and he went on about the teleoperators, and it's fine. They're vetted. And what the fuck do you mean by that? What have they completed a fucking disclosure
You took
check?
them to the vet.
Like, they're qualified experts in fucking what field?
Human.
Folding stuff.
No, they're not even that. They can't. Again, the humans have to walk into them in order to fold the fucking shirt.
Well, that's what I mean. Like that's who he's talking about here. But also, their managers are involved. So, unlike the cleaner that you get round, if your cleaner decides that they're going to go on a killing spree in your home, well, you're fucked. But if only their manager was there to stop it, like, shut the fuck up. Awful. So that's Neo, which, again, I don't really think we need to go over it. We've already talked that one to death. But we have, thankfully, another one to look forward to.
Oh,
which
good.
is the Tesla robot Optimus, which is...
That's also just a guy inside there.
masterclass. Yeah, well, in some examples, it quite probably is actually a guy inside there.
The name of this is going to stand like throughout all time as a testament to how fucking dull Elon Musk is. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm named after a transformer. Everyone remember the 80s, wasn't it good? Shut the fuck up, nerd. You know what I mean? Like, what he should invent is a locker that we can all just take turns shoving him into.
Yeah. So this robot is not yet for sale. Literally any video of it will tell you why. There was that incredible video of it.
It fell over.
Yeah, it was trying to serve drinks, and then you could see that both hands reach up towards its head and then lift off an invisible helmet before fucking cutting it onto the floor.
Yeah.
Logging off.
Fucking RoboCop 2 ass, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that piece of shit will apparently, according to Musk, be worth 80% of all of Tesla's value down the line.
Yeah, it will happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Numbers
Not
are
in the
just things
direction
you can
he
say.
expects.
Yeah.
Well,
80% of zero is zero.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, just more of the same. These are going to continue to be fucking rolled out. There's already, like, the teleoperation stuff is where, like, it seems to be, I'm not going to say viable business or, like, workable product, but, like, as the gimmick that you can kind of show off that people don't immediately go, what the fuck, this is useless, like AI, because it actually is at least demonstrably doing a thing to some degree. But like Japan's got quite a few of these robots all being teleoperated by people for the Philippines.
I mean, like, was that one that fucking come out on stage? I think it was in Russia and just immediately fell over and like brought the house down around it. They had to put like throw a blanket over it like it was Tommy Cooper dying. Do you know what I mean? Like, was that one teleoperated or was it like fucking AI?
I think that one was actually running off its own like steam. Like that was part of the reason why it was so tragically fucking bad.
Maybe what happened to Tommy
unless
Cooper was actually someone just taking the headset off.
Yeah. Maybe Tommy Cooper was teleoperating that one. Who can fucking say? I don't know. Yeah. But it was I'm pretty certain that one was running entirely on its own program.
Tommy Cooper's gravestone. It's got his name and the dates on, and then underneath in quotes it just says "God logged out."
Yeah.
Why
He'd be great
am
at the
I
teleoperation
here?
thing though, because he can switch between helmets really quickly.
Right.
We've been at this so long, the 2-hour do not disturb us set on my phone's run out.
I know. This is only part one,
Right.
the madness.
Yeah, here be dragons. Right, it's the final category for this half of the episode.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We're still on the final category. It's the final entry of the final category.
Yeah.
Shut up. The final entry of Shut Your Face.
You had one fucking job.
Yeah, it's the final entry of the final.
We
award
record
of the
for 2
first
hours and
part
all of a
Shut
sudden
Your Fucking
everyone
Mouth.
gets really fucking pedantic. Is this what we're doing now?
Dawn of the final day.
Oh, it's AI therapists / evil Furbies.
YouTube on my phone's just notified me that there's a fucking video I could watch of a guy like who'll heal me with crystals, so that's good.
Cool.
Might take him up on that after this fucking episode's finished.
You mean
No,
after part
there are
2's
a
finished, motherfucker?
So there
Sure.
are... Oh my god. So there are a million
On
of
you go,
these...
Alistair.
Oh my fucking Christ. There are a million of these fucking AI therapists. They're like all over the place, and they all claim that they're pretty much all claim that they're exactly what a human therapist would give you, like a non-judgmental space, talk through your feelings, and so on. It's pretty much what you'd expect. So I'm mainly going to spend most of my my notes on this section getting very angry Because AI can never replace a human being in any circumstance unless the outcome of the scare quotes work being done by the AI have zero consequences if they are wrong and or fundamentally do not matter. This is especially the case with AI therapists, as they simply cannot perform any of the functions that a human therapist provides outside of says words back to you after you say words to it.
Okay, but have you considered if you're a tech bro, that is like basically all that you see? You know what I mean? Like it's like that's if you go, oh, how would you define like fucking literally any human interaction? It's like, well, someone says words back to you after you say words to them. Well, after you say words to it. Do you know what I mean? That would be the answer you would get back from Zuckerberg and fucking Musk and Altman and all these other fucking.
Just to be fair, that would be the ideal situation for them, because presumably it's, you know, you're speaking to your family, what happens, and you know it's just silence or they don't pick up the phone.
I mean, essentially the conclusion that we all have to come to is that none of these fucking AI hype guys have a theory of mind. Like everyone else is just everyone else is just an NPC and like a probabilistic, you know, deterministic approximation of something a human might say is good enough, because the thing that's actually necessary is the words having been said in the first place, no matter if those words have actually have any content or if there's any thought that has gone into the words that are being said. All that matters is that the words are said in response to some kind of stimulus, like a fucking plant.
Yeah. These are people who have to actually try and invent an imaginary friend because they don't have the imagination to just do that.
To these people, safeguarding is something to be avoided at all costs, and like that much is clear, because you know by definition, safeguarding, no safeguarding can be in place with these AI chatbot therapists, because they can't alert human professionals or authorities if something that requires a safeguarding issue being raised arises. You know, see the numerous, and it is numerous now, suicides that these chatbots, and like granted, at least some of these suicides weren't from AI so-called AI therapists. It was just people using them like one. They did not have the ability to contact any kind of human who can intervene, literally like come and help you physically in that moment. But even worse than that, these fucking chatbots have even told victims how to take their own lives more effectively. It's just outrageous that.
Yeah, like, how is any of this still allowed, like, in any fucking shape, way, or form? Like, come on, like.
Yeah, like I hate it's all been very like funny, haha, we hate the robot and stuff, but like this stuff is literally killing people. You know, AI chatbots can't keep subpoenable records that can be referred to in the event of a suicide or other injury. That would be subpoenable from an actual human therapist. You know, even on its own terms, assuming that, you know, such tawdry issues as a chatbot can't raise safeguarding issues somehow resolved, a chatbot therapist cannot provide meaningful therapy. These chatbots are designed to be infinitely agreeable with a user, regardless of how misguided a user might be, or if a user actually needs to be challenged by a therapist in order to properly re-examine their own behaviors or attitudes. And like, I fucking hate these things so much. Like, mental health support is so fucking scarce, like across the globe, and obviously it's very bad in the UK. And this fucking poison trying to like fill in the gaps to try and extract some kind of profit, some kind of value from people who are in desperate need of actual support. Like, once again, the whole edifice just needs to be toppled and burnt down, because this bubble cannot fucking pop soon enough.
Yeah, it's genuinely fucking bleak and disgusting, and it's also like the fact that there's a profit motive behind this, the fact that even if there isn't, what it is most definitely doing is like hoovering up everything you tell it, and then like it will just go into the model for later use somewhere else that you don't know. You know, like just.
Yeah, and this is this sort of bit of cross pollination with the evil Furbies, which is another like it's obviously very funny to see a little fucking Chinese toy saying that Taiwan is an inseparable part of China, but like at the same time, like whatever you say around that fucking pro China Taiwan Furby, it's going to be like it's you know, it's as bad if not worse than you know, Alexa, which sends all of the conversations you have within earshot to the cops on request, but with even less accountability. So yeah. It's great. I hate it. I hate every second of us having to talk about AI. I hate this entire category, and I hate that you've made me think about this so much because it's made me very angry.
Yeah.
I mean,
genuinely look forward to the podcast never having to talk about this shit ever again.
Oh God, yeah. 1,000%.
Right. So this category is, I think, obviously a slam dunk for AI therapists, because just genuinely one of the worst fucking ideas.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous as well. Like, already got people killed. Will kill more. Like,
already
guaranteed.
A body count.
As much as I would like to go to bat for fucking Cyber Granos and his stupid and his shitty fucking glasses, I just, you know what I mean? I think we have to slam dunk it for Sam Altman's like fucking worst idea in human history.
Yeah. Honorable mention for Annie, you know, delivering onto you 1,000 drops that I didn't want to exist in this lifetime, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, you brought them on yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, clear winner there. Okay, we're halfway through the awards. However,
Jesus
this is the end
Christ.
of this episode, I know. And because of the release schedule, you'll have to wait a little while until the next part. Specifically, until Boxing Day, because that's when the arbitrary schedule I set up says this episode comes out. However, in the meantime, you can still enjoy the stream that we have coming up on the 21st. 2 o'clock, twitch.tv/PraxisCast. Please join us there. Also, we will have we will have on Boxing Day also releasing the Q&A episodes that we are doing. The patrons have submitted some questions, and we're going to put those questions to answers, etc., etc. So yeah, join the Patreon if you want that, and also Discord access, announcements of streams and stuff that we might do on short notice over the Christmas break is going to be there too. So yeah, patreon.com/PraxisCast, £5 a month gets you in, gets you more episodes, and lets you talk on the Discord and shit. Anyway, season part 2.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.